Alright. Suppose you plan to send your daughter to college in 3 years. You expect her to earn 2/3 of her tuition payment in scholarship money. So you estimate that your payment will be 10,000 a year for 4 years. To estimate whether you have set aside enough money, you ignore possible inflation and tuition payments. Alright, so a lot of story is given. The idea is you are going to be needing money 3 years from today. Your daughter is going to college and the payment will be made for in 4 installments. You're going to be getting a scholarship amount of 2/3 of the payment. So you will have to pay 1/3. The amount is 10,000. If the 10,000 is your amount, your payment will be 10,000. Your payment matlab already 1/3 karke bola hai. Ideally, if I'm giving so much of story, I'm going to tell that the college fee is equal to 30. So that your payment 1/3 has to be 10,000. Correct? So the college fee is 30,000. Your payment is 10,000 for 4 years. Estimate whether you've set aside the payment enough. You ignore the possible inflation payment. So I'm assuming that the 10 I have to pay is going to be constant. So even if today the tuition fee is 10,000, it's going to remain 10,000. I'm assuming there is no inflation, there is no increment in college tuition fee. Tell me, correct? What if the question would have told you that the tuition fee is going to be increasing at the rate of 5% inflation, but the fees will get fixed at 3 years. Once you enter college, every year they cannot increase. I have taken admission at 10. So in that case, if 10,000 is the fees today, 10,000 into 1 plus inflation cube will be the value I need every year. If the question gives me the inflation rate, I can do that also. I just need to inflate the value. That's it. Right? Following everyone? Yes, always think of the number of variations that could also be there. And assume that you can earn 8% annually on the investment, how much you need to set aside now to cover the payments now. So this is very simple. Rate kya bola? Sorry, 8%. So if 8% is your rate, all you do is ending mode again. 10 is your PMT. No, sorry. 4 is your N. I by Y is 8. Compute PV. The answer will be at time 2. So divided by 1.08 square is your answer. Simple. In the beginning, always draw the timeline and practice questions. It will make your work very easy. Right now, at the beginning, you need to focus on accuracy. Trying to calculate, maybe calculate the answer using BGN mode. If you get the answer using BGN mode, all you have to do is divide by 1.08 cube. So at the beginning, just try to focus on accuracy, try to figure out multiple ways in which you can get the answer. The flow and the speed will come automatically, right? So don't worry about that. So whatever is the value is, the amount will be that much amount, at least minimum is going to be enough to cover the 10,000 college tuition fee for 4 years, starting from 3 years from today. Got it? Let's see the next one. An investment pays 300 annually, annuity question, for 5 years. With the first payment occurring today, the present value of the investment 4% annual rate is closest to 300, 5 years, 4%. $305 years starting from today and 4% now? 4% annual. So let's very quickly see how many ways I can do this. So first I can use a BGN mode. N equal to 5, I by Y equal to 4, PMT is equal to 300, compute PV. 1. I can use the ending mode. N equal to 4, compute PV plus 300. I can use the ending mode. N equal to 5, compute PV into 1.04. That is also the answer, right? I can use CF0 equal to 300, C01 equal to 300, frequency 1 equal to 300. 3 ना नहीं 4 अरे हाँ 4 कैसे क्या 1 2 3 4 and compute NPV. I is equal to 4. There are 4 ways in which I can do the simple question. What do I do? The first one is BGN mode will give me the PV over here. BGN mode, देखो एक बार पहले, then you copy. BGN mode is going to give me the value over here. I can simply calculate PV, no adjustments needed. I do not like this because I might forget to remove the BGN mode later. So I don't like this method. Second method, I can calculate the PV of these 4 cash flows today, n equal to 4. The value of these 4 cash flows will be as on this date times 0 plus 300 because 300 today is equal to 300 today. Or I can use the ending mode, calculate the PV of all the 5 values, but that value will be hypothetically at time minus 1. So into 1.04 will again bring me over here at time 0. That is the third method. Last one, or I can use CF0 is the first cash flow 300 and 1 to 4. There are 4 C01, so frequency is equal to 04 and compute NPV. Of course, I'll have to enter I as 4. So a single PV I can calculate using 4 methods. Till the time you're absolutely comfortable where within a second you can calculate all the 4 methods as in at least evaluate that these are the 4 methods and this is how it is working and you're absolutely confident. Any question with a BGN mode, try using all the 4 methods and try to get the same answer. That's how you build confidence. There are students who get confused. Do I need to use 2 brackets, 3 brackets? So I to use a BODMAS. I will start writing a simple question. 50 minus 1 by 20 plus 30 into 50 with couple of brackets, and I'll try to find the answer using the calculator to see whether I need an extra bracket, not need an extra bracket. Just do this. So you'll have to try. Got it? Easy. Sorry. Oh, yeah. What is the answer? 1389. 1389 is the answer. Next. At a 5% interest rate per year, compounded annually, PV of a 10-year ordinary annuity with annual payments 2000 is this. The PV of a 10-year annuity due with the same interest rate and payment is closest to. It is very simple. You've got 15,443 is a PV. All you need to do is into 1.05. That's it. The question is telling you there is an ending annuity. The PV is this much. If this is the ending annuity, ordinary annuity, the PV is over here. What if the annuity becomes over here? It becomes a beginning annuity. What is the PV then? We already know that the PV now will be over here. So all we need to do is into 1 point. What is the rate? 0.05. That's all. Basically, the same number of payments. What is it given? With same interest rate and the payments, if the annuity becomes an annuity due, what do you mean by an ending annuity or an ordinary annuity becoming annuity due? That means you're shifting every single payment 1 time period ahead. So instead of the cash flows being here, your cash flows are here and not till here. That is all that's happening, right? Every single cash flow, you have discounted 1 extra time. You have to discount it 1 less number of times. So all you have to do is a PV into 1.05, PV into 1 plus I by Y. That is the answer. I don't have to write and do the entire calculation. Somebody might want to. Suppose in this question if 2000 is not mentioned, then what do you do? Over here 2000 is mentioned. You can recalculate the entire PV also if somebody is feeling a little underconfident. The annuity is given na 2000 ka amount. You can always use the 2000 to use a BGN mode and do the calculation. Or the number of different methods we have just done in the previous question. You can calculate PV separately. Even if 2000 is not given, from 443, 5% 10-year annuity, you can back calculate PMT, use that PMT and then calculate using BGN mode. You can do that. They are bad, long methods proving that you're conceptually not clear. The best method is simply whatever is the answer into 1.05. That's it. Are you understanding? If my annuity from an ordinary, it shifts to the annuity due part. That means every single cash flow is shifting 1 place left. All I need to do is my PV is going to be 1.05 times of that. We've already done this formula also. But I'm just giving you an idea that even otherwise, if you have the 2000 amount, you use BGN mode, you use whatever other methods, n equal to 9 and then compute PV plus 2000. or n equal to 10, which is what 15,443 is, into 1.05, or you put CF 0 as 2000, CF 129 is C01 2000 and n 9 times and get the answer. Either ways your answer will be the same. Even if 2000 was not given, you can always back calculate PMT and do the question if you feel like. Tell me, are you following? I hope I'm not confusing. I'm giving you all possible choices, and be clear with all the methods and all the ways of getting the answer. Be that confident. Next question. Grandparents are funding a newborn's future university tuition costs, estimated at 50,000 per year for 4 years, with the first payment due as a lump sum in 18 years. Assuming a 6% annual rate, the required deposit today is closest to first payment in 18 years. So I will again, the first thing I do is make a timeline, time 0. The first payment is 18 years. The amount is 50,000 per year and 6% rate. So 50, 50, 50, 50. Correct? What's the rate? I keep forgetting the rate every time. 6%. 6%. So all I have to do is, it's a very easy question. N equal to 4 firstly. PMT is equal to 50. I will not write 50,000. I by Y is equal to 6. Compute PV. I am using the ending mode. If I don't write anything, assume ending mode. If I am using a BGN mode, I'll tell you specifically. Compute PV. So my PV will get calculated at time 17, right? Yes. If I'm using the ending mode, the PV is at time 17 divided by 1.06 to the power 17 is your answer. That's all. Very easy. And do you see the power of compounding? Dekho, what is the answer? 64,000. Check if your answer is 64,341. Got it? Now just imagine you need $2 lakh, 50, 50, 50, 50. You need $2 lakh, and all you need to deposit today is 60,000, 64,000, because your compounding for 17, 18 years is going to take care of it. Up to 17 years, a lump sum amount is becoming a lump sum amount. From here, the loan amortization schedule kicks in. So on this amount, you will earn something, but minus 50. Again, earn something, minus 50. And over here, the balance remaining will become 0. Got it? Next. The PV of an investment with following year-end cash flows and 12% rate is closest to. This is very simple. I'm not even writing it. All you need to do is enter C012. Acha nahi. Theek hai, I'll do it still. It's 5 over here. Alright, don't make these mistakes. Be very careful. I thought 1, 2, 3, but good, I read 1, 2 and 5. 100,000, 1,50,000 minus 10,000. Try ignoring writing thousands and all multiple times. You have to be fast. You have to be good with all these numbers. 12% is a required return. I need to compute. So this is my I. Compute NPV. That's all I have to do. C01, C02. Of course, CF0 is 0. This 0. Either you enter 0 2 times, C03 and 4, or C03 ka frequency will be 2. Either you do C030, C040, and this is C05. Or you do C030, enter F032, and then C04 will be minus 10. I hope you guys are clear with this. You can do it whichever way you want. And then on the exam day, if you're just panicking or if you have a problem, obviously that is not going to happen. Don't worry. Just in case, I can still always do 100 by 1.12 plus 150 by 1.12 square minus 10 by 1.12 to the power 5. That should also be the answer. And you should try and calculate the same answer and try to get the same value with this so that you have a little practice on the calculator. So if I were to do this, how will I do on the calculator? I'll show it to you. Minus 10 minus sign, divide by bracket open 1.12 to the power 5 bracket close plus bracket open 150 divided by 1.12 square bracket close plus bracket open 100 divided by 1.12 bracket close 206. I made a calculation error then. Again, 10 with a minus sign divided by bracket open 1.12 to the power 5. Achha, I made a mistake here. Plus bracket open 150 divided by 1.12 square bracket close plus bracket 100 divided by 1.12 bracket close equals to 203.19. 203.191. That's okay. I got the exact answer. So try with the brackets also. Try getting used to using multiple brackets and all, and do a lot of calculations without writing each and every step on the paper. So try getting comfortable. Next, a perpetual preferred stock makes its first quarterly dividend payment of 2 in 5 quarters. If the required annual rate of return is 6% compounded quarterly, the stock's present value is closest to. Very easy question. So the first payment you're receiving is 5th quarter. This is Q5. All right. So this is Q4. This is 1 year. That's okay. I hope you're getting 2 over here, and you're getting 2 perpetually, forever, infinity. Right. So now what is the value given 6% quarterly rate? So first of all, this is very easy. The value of this perpetuity on this date is 2 by A by I, or PMT 2 divided by I, which is rate per quarter, because this is equal cash flow at regular intervals forever. Perpetuity is also equal cash flow, regular intervals, but forever. And my interval is 1 quarter, 0.015, because 1 becomes 1.015 in 1 quarter, because my rate is already given 6% quarterly basis. Correct? So this is the value as on this date. I need the PV over here. So this divided by 1.015 to the power 4 is the answer. Right? Everyone with me? Confused? Bolo? Sure? Not convinced? Then change your expression. Got it till here? The rate is already given on a per annum basis, quarterly compounding basis. Hypothetically, let's assume, what if this was an annual rate given? Then how do you do the question? If this was an annual rate, then how do you do this question? Then what I'm going to do is, first of all, 1 becomes 1.06 in 1 year. You can't debate that. 1 does not become 1 plus 0.06 by 4. That was happening if the rate was a quarterly basis rate. 1 becomes 1.06 in 1 year. You can't debate that. So how much does it become in a quarter? 1/4 minus 1 karo. Answer batao. What is the rate? Per quarter. What is the interest rate for a quarter?
1.467.
Again, 1.06. Root. Be fast. You were taking so much time to give me the answer. 1.06 square root. I got power 1/4. You'll have to be fast. Yeah, even if I'm doing 1.06 to the power 1/4, I will do 1.06 to the power button 4 reciprocal sign equals to. I will not do bracket open 1 divided by 4 bracket close equal to, which is what you were doing probably. Getting it? You can also use a reciprocal button, because you don't need a bracket for the reciprocal part. Whatever is on the screen, wo reciprocal ho jayega. Tell me, getting it? So 1.4674%, 1.04674% to the power 4 is equal to 1.06. That is what is the meaning of effective rate. Effective rate is 6%. Got it? So then in this case, the question would become, the answer would become 2 by 0.014674 divided by 1.06. Because 1.014674 to the power 4 is 1.06, Baba. Got it? If 6% was a per annum annual compounding rate, the quarterly rate is 1.4674. And if I look at that, 5.8695. So 6% annual is equivalent to 5.8695 quarterly compounding rate. This compounded quarterly or this compounded annually is the same thing. Both will become 1 becomes 1.06 at the end of the year. Right? Got it? So 2 divided by 0.014674 is what my perpetuity will become at time this much. Because the rate per quarter, in the first case, if 6% is quarterly compounding rate per quarter is 1.5. 1 becomes 1.015 in 1 quarter. But if the rate is 6% per annum compounded annually, then 1 becomes 1.0014674 in 1 quarter. It does not become 1.015. It becomes 1.014674 in 1 quarter. Got it? So this will be the value over here as on this date. And iska discounting, you can do 1.06 or you can do 1.01674 to the power 4 also. This to the power 4 is this only though. Tell me, getting it? Okay? I wish I am your paper setter someday. Be happy. If you're prepared well, you'll be able to do very well. If you're not prepared well, God save you. I have nothing to do with the institute or anything, okay? I'm just giving a disclaimer very clearly. I don't want any kind of nonsense later.